Southeastern Manitoba. Want to welcome you to my channel. It is a cloudy day. Not sure if it's cloud or smoke. It's supposed to be really smoky out today. Air quality is supposed to be a 6, which is brutal for me. Currently 22 degrees Celsius. Feels like 26 with the humidex, which means it's 71 Fahrenheit, but feels like 79. Hi, Belinda. Nice to see you. So, I am trying to go through my stuff and get things so that it's usable for myself. So, I have this overflowing shoebox full of card fronts. Hey, Celia. Nice to see you. All these card fronts. So I'm going to turn them into masterboards, is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So I'm going to spray on some paint, do some patchwork. Uh, we're going to just masterboard them up so that they're available for use for me. Because, I mean, seriously, there's just tons. So if they're ready to use, then I can grab them and go. You know how that works for me. So I'm going to be spraying on some paint to start, and then we'll do some collage work and stamping and things like that, almost like a JB5 is what I'm thinking. So, but I'm not going to take 5 minutes. Had a girlfriend come and visit yesterday. She's my friend that is really excellent at thrift storing. Like, she shops and she knows a bargain when she sees it. Look what she picked up for me. There's a hexagon, there's an oval, and there's a rectangle. Little gel plates. So I'm excited to play with these as well, but I'm not going to do that today. Like I say, we're just going to treat these like we'll do a couple at a time, blob some paint on it, brayer it on, and take it from there. So I've got this plastic mat. It's supposed to be a cutting mat, but it's so warped. That's why it's down here. How are you guys? Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's the one that brings me all my beads, like buckets of beads, broken jewelry. Um, she's always on the lookout for stuff for me. Things that I can use. And so, I mean, I have to start using stuff, right? So, yep. You're doing good? Excellent. Doing fine. Fine is good. There's a booger in here. Let's get that out of there. So, like I say, I'm just going to be spraying on some paint, covering up these cards, gluing down some napkins and tissue paper, getting stuff ready for, oh, that's a big blob. I could probably use that on about 3 different pieces. Let's scrape some of that off and put it on the next one. I have a scraper thing someplace. Really, I do. I'll use this. I can use this. I can do the same thing with the paint chips I've got too, right? She's the one that brought me the paint chips. And that blue is called Bright Aqua Green, actually. Bright Aqua Green. Focus. Bright Aqua Green. Yeah, and red. Because, and I want to add something else to it as well. I want them fun, What's this? This is ready to use tempera paint. Let's throw some yellow tempera in there. Because I got lots of that too. So yeah, the paint's going to be thick. It's going to take a little bit to dry. That's fine. Oh, that's not, doesn't, it's going to be a little translucent, but that's okay. It's the bottom layer. We're doing masterboards. I'm creating a bit of mud. That's okay. Who knows if we're going to see it or not? Right? That can go over here on the side. Well, I have to lay through it on the floor behind me. Oh, that's not yellow. No, this is tempera. This is like water-based, the stuff that kids use in daycares and schools and things. I have a lot because I used to do window painting for Christmas, as well as like the kids' programs that I've run. So I'm just using paint that I've got, using stuff up because the paint's starting to get old and I get lots of dry, boogity things out of them. So no, I didn't find my yellow paint, didn't go out and buy any. This has been sitting under my desk here. I figured it's just a good day to use it. Like I say, you're not really going to see what these cards were. I don't know how many I want to do at a time. I'd like to get them all done. Oh, that's glossy, like a metallic kind of thing. Don't know how well that'll work. We'll find out. Look, I've got white and black. I can add that. Yeah, use what I've got. I have so much different stuff. I've got stuff. And this shoebox is taking up room on a shelf. And I would much rather it, these go into my drawer of usable tags or whatever, that they're already based so that I can just use them. Like I say, I'm not really caring how these colors are coming out or anything. They're just to cover up the majority of the cards. Stuff. Oh, yeah. And of course, this weekend on the Feral Artist Group, we're using up our bits. So we're going to be doing things like snippet rolls, that kind of thing. That's really thin, really translucent. It's okay. Hey, Anina. Nice to see you. Anina, while I've got you here, we're swapping ATCs, but I've also got a call out to a couple of friends for French English dictionaries, right? Because you wanted some French English dictionary pages. Would you like German French dictionary pages? Because I've got one of those dictionaries coming. I have lots of old Christmas cards and stuff that need to get used. So that's what I'm playing with today. I'm going to turn them into like master boards and backgrounds. English, French? Okay. She's looking for one of those for me. So yeah, these are just, I have a box full of greeting cards, old greeting cards that won't get used. A lot of them I picked up at the thrift store for, you get a bag for like 10 cents, 25 cents, whatever. Maybe $1. So I'm just using them up. This way. Some green. Oh, you're welcome. Not a problem. So that's why I haven't sent your card out yet, just in case you were wondering. It's sitting here, the envelope's sitting here. I just figured that if I could shove some book pages or dictionary pages in with it, that would be great. So I'm not caring if this plastic underneath is getting covered in paint. It cleans off quite nicely. And, they're not covered completely. I'm going to be collaging over as well with some napkins and things. So let's do a couple more, and then we can start adding the other stuff to them. Oh, you're welcome. No, Calgary is like 14 hours away from me. Why, are you going to Calgary? You're playing with some paste? Nice. Paste is always nice to play. Well, I pulled out a whole stack of this stuff to use, and I'm nowhere near covered them. Like I said, right now I'm just doing painty papers out of them, and then I'm going to yucky things. It's okay. Hey, Andrea, nice to see you. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, oh, just across the street then. Yeah, 14 hours. 14 hours away. Oh, okay. Oh, right. I've heard that a couple of the galleries there actually do some really big ATC shows. But, it's far enough away that I really have to plan if I want to go. Your fingers aren't working today? Oh. Okay, enjoy your chat with your daughter. It's always fun chatting with daughters. My daughter actually came over. She got here just as we were finishing streaming on Sunday. Had a very nice visit with her. She brought me some moose sausage that her partner had made from hunting last year. So that was nice. So we had that for supper. I don't know how well paint's going to stick to these glossy greeting cards. We're going to find out. I was saying, one of my girlfriends popped over yesterday. She was getting her car repaired, and so she was out this way. She lives on the other side of the city from me, so it's probably about an hour-ish drive to her place, so we don't get together super often. But she does a lot of thrift storing, and she always keeps me in mind, and look what you found me. So she brought these out for me yesterday, so of course I may have to play with those a little bit later. My apples are done, guys. I'm done doing apples. I put another 20 cups of sliced apples bagged in the freezer on Sunday. And then I did another 10 cups of applesauce for the freezer. And yesterday we did apple juice. So I got 4 quarts of apple juice in the freezer yesterday, as well as another 20 cups of sliced apples. And then this morning we finished them off. Well, we're not quite finished yet. Oh, throwing things on the floor. I've got apples in the juicer right now. Ron will turn that off for me shortly. And I did another 22 cups of sliced and peeled apples. I am so glad to be done with apples. Oh my word. There is something dry in here that just does not want to participate coherently. Just off to the side trying to dig the paint booger out of this tube. Sorry guys. See if that works. See if that works. Yeah, I didn't do any apple pie filling. I don't can anymore, Teresa. Mainly because canning takes a lot of salt. I know that we don't do that in apple pie filling because, I mean, I've done apple pie filling in the past. This year I just did pies and threw the pies in the freezer. But I like doing the one where it's half zucchini and half apple, the pie filling, because that way you use less apples. Not that I needed to use less apples this year, but you know, some years the apples aren't quite as prolific as they were this year. All right. I'm going to do 2 more. I lied. I've got so many to do, guys. Seriously, it's crazy. How to can milk and stuff. They're after your recipes. Who's after your recipes? Oh, you know what, Flo? Normally, my kids would take apples, but both of them are so busy this year that they didn't want apples. And my tree produced so many. It's absolutely crazy how many apples. They were hanging like grapes. And they're not crab apples. They're, decent sized eating apples. They're called Goodland. So it's a prairie, like a Macintosh, right? So they're juicy but they don't store very well. They bruise quite easily, which I find annoying. So anyway, Ron had picked all the apples off the tree. He ended up throwing a wheelbarrow full, because if they hit the ground, we don't eat them. Let's do more green. So a wheelbarrow ended up in the compost, but the rest that he picked, I have to have easily 100 pounds of apples in my freezer in various states. Hey, Sherry, welcome. Yeah, Teresa, if you were closer, I would gladly have supplied you with apples. When my girlfriend came out yesterday, I asked her to phone her mom and see if her mom wanted apples. And her mom said, "Oh, I'll take, a couple dozen." And I said more like 3 dozen instead of, the 24 she wanted. Because you'll be canning milk after a while? Nice. I use powdered milk instead of canned milk as a rule. Or are you talking like the sweetened milk, where you do it with the sugar? what's it called? Condensed sweetened milk that you can just add a few things to instead of. I use it for a lemon square. That stuff actually, I love it for a lemon square. Okay, this is the last one, I promise. And then I'm throwing these other ones back in the bin. I still have a shoebox full, guys. This is not great. Not, not great at all. Red. I should throw some more red now. Okay. Nice. See here, we can get milk in plastic bags. I know that's really weird. But if there's a sale on milk in the plastic bags, and it's regular milk, you know. Oh, you wouldn't believe what just happened. I closed this thing and it sprayed all over my face. I feel like I've got big yellow blobs of paint all over my face. Look, I do. Anyway, yeah, so we get plastic bags milk and we just freeze it. Okay, this card's kind of embossed. I'm going to have to put lots of really thick stuff on this one. Am I bad? Whoa! Okay, so that one. I'm stepping on one under my desk. I'm going to do them on the floor. You know what? That's kind of an interesting pattern for my slipper bottom. I'm just going to leave that. Because I can. And let's just grab this one because I got lots of paint on here that I can just smush. Need more coffee? Awesome. Oh no, it's not like freckles, it's more like huge blobs of yellow. All right. This one's embossed as well. Ew, and there was green on the brayer. I picked it up off the thing. Let's see if we can. Red and black's better than green and red. Can't do green and red. No. Yeah. There we go. The green's covered. I'm happy now. Yay! Right. And we'll just do a brayer off on here. Let's put that away. Yay! Brayer's clean. And so I'm going to put this to the side because it needs to dry. And I got it. See, I didn't want to get paint on here. I've got paint on there anyway. Look at me. Huh. It's just the way it works. All right. So now I have some watered down glue right here. Right here. I took some white glue and I watered it down so that you had to put your stencil in the sink. Yeah. I'm bad for that. I don't put my stencils in the sink. I probably should. So, I have pieces of napkins. I have a little bag of... My daughter got Ron to build advent calendar box things for the boys since they were little, long ago. And so she made all this confetti stuff to stick in the little drawers around what's in the box, right? Like you pull the drawer out and there's the advent calendar present kind of thing, right? So this is, she said, Mom, I made all this little square confetti things, so do you want some? I said, sure, I'll take a little bit. So she brought me this bag, and seriously, it was absolutely packed with this stuff because she made so much confetti that it's just crazy. So she shared it with me, which is awesome. All right. So I'm going to be using those little bits. Let's grab something here. And we will grab a old book, which is, well, I have to do, nice my word. I said that I wasn't going to do any new projects. Well, I'm not really considering this a new project because it's stuff that's sitting there waiting for me to use. You're in your bathtub? Awesome. So this is German synonyms. It makes great collage fodder. It does. Now I need I've got napkin, I've got that, I've got tissue paper. Let's grab some more tissue paper because I do have a fair bit. I've got this bright green. I've got some pink. So I'm just going to be flopping stuff down and gluing it down. If I had my glue brush, you can use this as a glue brush because it's an ugly brush. Oh, I really need to start cleaning this mess up. So I'm just going to put some glue down. Yeah, you can still see the stuff underneath, but you know what? By the time I'm done, I think it'll be fine. And it's masterboard, right? So whatever's on a masterboard, and yeah, it's got some hard edges. That's okay because it's the edge of the paper. I didn't tear the whole thing up. We're good. We're good. Another piece of green. And because it's a card, it's got that fold in the middle. I'm not worried about it. Maybe once I start cutting it up, it might become a bit of an issue, but right now it's okay. So we've got some of that. I want print, not the white on the page. So I'm just going to kind of tear that off. Put this into pieces. Now I'm throwing things on the floor. Ooh. So the paint wasn't exactly dry, so I'm getting a bit of the blue-green transfer onto the book page that I'm putting down, which is fine. Absolutely fine by me. And another piece of that. All right, so I'm going to consider that this now has collage bits on it. I'm going to move that back out of my way to dry and grab another one. And this one, let's use some of this napkin on it. Okay, Belinda. One house that we lived in had one of those old clawfoot bathtubs. It was like 6 feet long and really, really deep. You could just totally submerge yourself in it. And ever since then, it's kind of spoiled me for other bathtubs. They just don't do it for me anymore because that one was just so lovely. Hey, Dana, welcome, welcome. Hi, Steph. Nice to see you. What I am doing is I am using up, I have a shoebox full of card fronts, old cards that I had picked up at um, thrift stores. So I am just making them into masterboard kind of things. So that then I've got stuff to work with. So I brayered some paint on. Not sure how well this is going to work because some of these pages are really glossy, right? Doing greeting cards. But we're going to try because I've been planning on doing this with these cards forever. And I'm kind of doing it JB5 style, Dana. So I've got the paint. Now I'm doing tissue. And then I'm going to stencil and stamp. Dana does JB5s. Her and Becca and Beth do JB5s. And they invited me to play a couple of times. And the first time I did it, my word, did I have a mess. The second time, I was a little bit more with what I was doing. I was more aware of not making quite as bad a mess. They are fun. So I'm trying to reduce a lot of the stuff I've got kicking around. And I figured that by using up the card fronts and having them ready to work on, like masterboards, little masterboards or whatever, that's going to be a really good thing. This is just watered down glue. And like masterboards, I'm just going to hack them up into various pieces for tags and whatever. In fact, maybe what I could do, thinking about it, is if I cut them all to one specific size, I can do like one of those clunky books that you guys do. It's a learning process. Oh, it is. You know what? The thing is I've done it. I've done it in the past, and I never made that kind of a mess. I think what happened with that was I really liked what I had done, guys. Is I had my brayer and I put a string down, and so when I rolled over the string, it rolled around the brayer, and then it gave me a really interesting textured background, and I absolutely loved it. So I think that's probably why I made such a mess, is because I put way too much of that brayer stringy stuff on. No green tissue paper for this one. That red's still really wet. That's okay. Because the nice things with these backgrounds is a lot of it's going to get covered up. Postcards and ATCs, yeah. Well, like I say, these are card fronts, right? So some of the stuff behind is probably going to be showing through, which is okay. I don't have a problem with that. So I've got napkin. I should put some tissue. I'm not putting green on that with the red background because Kim doesn't do. Oh, look. Why not? I have some napkin guts here. I'm going to use some napkin guts. Oh, look, that red's definitely wet because now my glue is pink. I don't care. So that goes pretty much clear because that's a napkin gut, but that's okay. You could just covers up that background a little bit more. So that was fun. I still have a whole bunch more. So that is the pattern that my slipper left. I stepped on this when it was wet because everything's on the floor because I've got no room on the table beside me. Okay, so that definitely dries clear, but it can leave a little bit of texture, which is fine. We can consider the texture a good thing on these. I did leave my print. And this is using up other stuff, right? Napkins and things too. It's Useday Crafternoon, and seriously, I love having stuff that I can just grab and go. Grab and glue, right? I guess I should grab a bit of gel print stuff too I could use. Got some of that beside me as well. These are a couple more little pieces. Why not? Why not? This glue is so watery, I bet you it's going to take a bit of time to dry. You're working on a fall book? Awesome. I want to do what Anne Lar is doing, but I'm going to use a coffee table book. She's doing the forest book. I'm going to use a coffee table book. But what's stopping me, aside from the fact that it's another project that I don't need to start right now, is I don't have a lot of fussy cut stuff because I don't fussy cut stuff out. All right, I've got this. I used a stencil on the gel plate and then flipped it over onto a piece of It's a coffee table book too. Awesome. Yeah, this one coffee table book I've got must be 18 inches tall. Huge, huge, beautiful. It's all desert sands pictures. Stunning, but nobody wants it. So I'm using it. Happy Meal? Nice, nice, nice. I'm going to be doing that a little bit later this week as well. I need to get Belinda's journal out to her. Yeah, that's a glue book in it. I figured I would do some collage work. Because I found a picture of like a mountain lion or whatever yawning. So its mouth is wide open, its eyes are squished up, and its tongue sticking out from the yawn. And I was thinking I could put some really interesting stuff on its tongue, like because the look on the cat's face is almost like, Baka, what am I tasting here, right? Yeah. Anyway, so I have a vision for one picture, but it's over there in the pile, someplace safe. You know how I operate. Glue book is, how do you explain this? Oh, nice. Awesome. Then I'll have to look at that. A glue book is where you find interesting pieces that you don't know what you want to do with them. This is the way I would do it, anyways. So you've got, say, a whole bunch of trains, because I got train magazines, they're on my mind. So I would do a page of things to do with trains and do, and a collage is kind of the same thing, but different. Hi, Maya. Nice to see you. I have a shoebox full of greeting card fronts, like old Christmas cards and anniversary cards and stuff, and things that I picked up at the local thrift store, which is the secondhand store, if you're not familiar with that term. So I've got all these cards that I have been saving to use for who knows what. And it's taking up space on my shelf. So I figured what I would do is turn them into little master boards. Right. That is, are you off? You storming there? Oh, yes, please be safe. Please be safe. I think Tim is a young lad that, because Beth was talking to me about it as well. I have to send her out an envelope full of train pictures because he's just enamored with trains. And I have all those train magazines, so I'm sure I can make a nice envelope out of. So basically, what I'm doing, Beth and Dana and Becca do a thing called JB5, so it's journaling by 5. So you have 5 minutes to do 15 pages, and there's 5 different prompts. So the first prompt would be paint. So then you put paint on 5 pages. And then the next prompt could be collage or paper or something like that. So I'm treating this kind of like a JB5, so that I've got background pages ready to roll for if I want to do a floral collage or have, other backgrounds. If that makes sense. Basically, I'm just quickly, I'm not even thinking, I'm just gooping stuff down here. Chatting and gooping. Well, I know that people like red and green. I know that. I know that, those are Christmas colors. I get it. It just makes my skin crawl. I don't know why, but it does. Okay. Do I have another napkin here? I thought I had a whole box of napkin bits. Did I move them? That's the one thing about not cleaning up this pile beside my desk is there's always something I can use. Book pages. Huh. You would think I would have more napkin pieces. I do, right here. Some of these napkins were gifted to me, and so they're in sections like this. So I'm just going to take a section and rip it up and use it. Craft paper book, nice. some leaves. You know what? I saw, of course, I was on Pinterest because we all know that I could fall down the Pinterest rabbit hole so easily. Some absolutely incredible leaves that were just single leaves for fall, like you say. And I'm going to see if there's backing on this one. I thought I'd taken the backing off, but I don't think I have. Um, yeah, so I wanted to do a set of leaves as well because we know I like hoarding bits like that. So just use some tape to pull the backing off the front of this napkin because we want thin pieces. And I know that it's got the beautiful saying, keep life simple, but I've got 6 more pieces of it. I'm just ripping this. Yeah. And then I found some really cute little fabric birds that are the bodies of the birds are fabric and they're hand stitched down, or they could be machine stitched, I guess. Maybe those ones were, I don't know. I would have to hand stitch because I was supposed to phone the sewing machine guy and I still haven't. Anyway, um, they're they're stitched around the bird shape, and then the feet are embroidered on, like hand stitched, and the wings are hand stitched. They are so crazy cute, and they're just little. And this lady is selling the PDF file on her Etsy store. So it's like a little teardrop shaped bird with a tail and a beak. Very, very cute. Very cute. So, yeah. You don't like red and purple together? I can do red and purple in small doses. I can't do red and green. And I have trouble with browns, like the natural colors, the neutral tones, beige, brown. Nah. Oh, that's okay. It's okay if we get some little bubbles and folds because we look like texture. Oh, that's a good piece. So after this, Dana, is it stamp or stencil after this? I keep forgetting. And I'm glad you're here to talk me through it. Yeah, I wanted to use brown paper as well. Stencil is next. All right. I've got stencils. Oh, yeah. Now, let's see. I should have more tissue paper here. Look, I do. I've got stuff that came off the gel plate even. We'll use some of this. I can do either. I think I'll do stencil. So I'm going as fast as I can. I'm just, like I say, I'm not thinking. I'm putting, just putting things down randomly, running out of places on the floor for things to dry. Whoop. Nice white with a honeycomb, but I don't think that once it's done, it's going to show up on this black background. Let's use pink. Let's use pink tissue paper. Yeah, I thought that that one was the interchangeable one. Stencil or stamp. And then doodle, right? Paint, paper, stamp, stencil, doodle. Is that the way it goes? Okay, I will take a look at that. I will take a look at that right away. Did you post it in Meet Your Creativity? So you don't think that this would work good for one of those clacky books? I don't know what they're called. Chunky books? Because it's not heavy enough base? Dina? Yeah. Well, I could just keep layering junk and it would be thick enough. If you heard that squeaking, that is actually my outdoor tap. Ron is watering. All that dirt that he put down last week, he seeded. So it's got to keep the baby grass watered. Okay, another book page. Need another book page. Hey, Nancy, welcome, welcome. I am just turning some old greeting card fronts into master boards. It just seems like the thing to do to use them up. Over here. Put it over here. So they're all around me on the floor, and I've been stepping on them, and you know. And some of the greeting cards are still total because I picked them up at the thrift store. Oh, see, that's a glossy one, and the paint is coming off. But in all honesty, it could be because I used that tempera paint, that kids' watercolor paint. It's also very glossy. So I'm thinking what's going to have to happen is it's going to have to dry for a couple of days and harden that little bit. Once this glue dries, it should be a decent coating for it. Oh yeah, that paint's moving. Move it, move it. So maybe what I should do is I really like the way these colors are. Let's take a napkin guts and glue down napkin guts over the whole thing. That works. Or over most of it anyway. Whoop. Lots of texture here. So what's everybody working on? I'm just trying to thin out all the boxes I've got, boxes and bags I've got kicking around. That's why I'm doing these. Might as well use them up. Might as well use them up. You playing with your magicals? Nice, nice, nice. Oh, folded it. Oh well. Catch it. See, paint's moving. Paint is moving. We don't want paint to move. That's why we're putting the napkin down now. It also kind of tones down the color of the paint. And yeah, there's going to be some blank spots, which is fine. Just fine. So this Sunday coming up, we're doing bits and bobs and odds and sods. Using them in, I guess, master boards and snippet strips. Down this edge. Down this edge. Here we go. Up, up, stay down. Stop stepping on stuff. This is a lovely blue and green one. I think it's really just stepping on everything. I think that was a really shiny card, the way that the paint is kind of streaky like that. Kind of leads me to believe that it's... Let's use this. Okay, first of all, get the tape out of the way. We'll use this bubble wrap polka dot stuff. Well, they kind of get lost a little bit. But I think it'll be okay. These could make some great belly bands too when you think about it, depending on if I'm cutting ATCs or 3x4s out of this. There's probably going to be some bits left that will end up as belly bands. Next layer is stencil. So since this one's really dark, I'm thinking I have to use a brighter color. for the stencil. I think I'll put a couple more pieces of that on. So some of them have book page on, some of them do not. Oh, we need to get out of that way. I'm just in the back corner here. These guys up off the floor. I kind of threw them over and behind. Here's that lovely blue-green again. It's got some orange and stuff I picked up. What do I want to use? How about if I use a little bit more of this gel plate? Hey, Janet, nice to see you. Nice to see you. I am making master boards out of old greeting cards. Normally, I don't have straight cut edges when I do things like this. I really like that orangey. That must be the gold that was on the greeting card underneath. Book page as well. Why not? Why not? I'm using up stuff. That's all that matters, is that I am using up stuff. Right here. We'll just add that. Figured it would be a good use for the greeting cards. I've never done them master boards on greeting cards before. But as I was putting something away in the way back room there, I came, it's like I looked at the box and I'm like, I really got to do something with that. With greeting cards. So that's what we're doing. That's what we can do. All right. So I didn't put any tissue on this one. My chair is stuck on something. I really like that. This orangey goldish stuff here. What have I got? Look, I've got some orange copy paper that I had used for. I was cutting out some die cuts, and that's left over from the die cuts. So let's add some of this bits of orange. I have never done fruit bowls with old greeting cards. I have no idea of what you speak even. I don't think I've ever seen one. Is that poor and pathetic of me, or am I the only one that doesn't know what you're speaking of, Janet? Because I don't think I've ever seen that. I really like the orange with that blue, that turquoise. See, this is why I keep this stuff around. because then I can add it. It's fun and it's happy. Would I find it on Pinterest if I Googled it, Janet? Teresa, I can't look at your stuff that you put up because I didn't bring my tablet down with me today. Okay, so I've got blue and red on this one. Let's use some of this. We'll just take off some of that white. Fruit bowls out of greeting cards. I still have a big stack left in that box that I can watch. I can do that if it's interesting. Old craft. Sew the card a certain way. Okay. I will have to look. Is it machine sewn or hand sewn? I like that white blue stuff against this. This is one of those gel kits I did, or wear offs or whatever. It just kind of sits around and waits to be torn up into masterboards and collages. Let me be closer up here. All right. How many more do I have to do before I start stenciling? 1, 2, 3. 3 more, and then I start stenciling, guys. What am I going to use on this? What should I use? Look, I've got bright green. I'm going to use that too. Hand, usually wool. Oh! Maybe I have seen those. Now, that seems to ring a bell, using wool to stitch it together. For some reason. Stick down. This is a cardstock. It's a little bit tougher to use. It doesn't want to stick as nice as I would like. I guess I need to get that little bit wetter, maybe. Oy. That works. Wasn't that one of the ones that, like, Good Housekeeping and McCall's Craft magazines used to have them for Christmas sales, like Christmas bazaars and stuff? I seem to remember them now. I still have so many of those old McCall's and Good Housekeeping craft magazines. Oh, that's lifting the page. That's okay. This was a glossy card again. I'm going to cut this down more. Okay. Then I'm pretty sure I should be able to find it on YouTube. Those are cute. Do I need more on this? One more on there? Three on each side. And because this is lifting again, I think I'm going to have to put plain white tissue paper or something over it again. So let's go this way. Yeah, lifting the paint, glossy background. What have I got? I should have the entire napkin back here someplace that I should just be able to put right across that. Or just some more tissue paper. No. Okay, now I've made a big mess out of that. You know what? I'm going to wet this whole thing down and I'm going to put this whole piece on top of that. It's not going to cover it completely, but it's going to do what it needs to do. Almost completely. I probably did it wrong way round because that's the side that's actually stamped on. There we go. And that's going to hold that other stuff down. I'm hoping. We will see. We will see what happens. You know what? I have nothing to lose. It's just paper. It's just a bit of glue, a little bit of paint. If these are failures, I can always turn them into like little buttons or something. That's fun. You see an ornament? Well, these are Christmas cards, so maybe there was an ornamental that one. I don't even know what was on these anymore. Okay, put that over there. Grab the last two, and then we're going to stencil. We are going to stencil. Oh, no, there's another one here. Okay, I have 3 more pieces to do. 3 more. That's okay. Now, I saw something really interesting over here, and I was pulling that pile of stuff out. I have this paper towel that looks like it was sprayed or it's got watercolor or something on it. I'm going to use some pieces of this. And look, it's 2-ply. So that should be fun. Repurpose Christmas cards? All right, 51 ways to repurpose Christmas cards. I will look for that for sure. Oh, I like the way that's working. It's just got hints of color. Just like real light hints of color from the paper towel. Sure wish I remembered what this paper towel, why it's got these lovely light colors on. Wondering if I sprayed them more. Do you guys do that too? Do you end up with stuff and you go, oh, how did I do that? I like it. But, and you come across it months or whatever later, just trying to split these two plies apart. These look like retriever puppies. Retriever puppies and Santa hats. Let's do one right in the middle. Right in the middle here. Oh, I love that. I love, just the real subtle hints of color on that. Yeah, when I wipe the brushes off on it, lifts the paint. Oh, this one? No, no, no. I don't think that was from wiping brushes because I use acrylics and they're much deeper colored than this. So kind of thinking that, but it matches this napkin beautifully. Let's throw some of this napkin on. Oh look, I found a fish skeleton. Those are probably all over the place too. I've used paper towel in the past, but I don't think I split it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that I took the plies apart the way that we do napkins and things. I don't remember anyway. Well, I'm not even on screen. I'm sorry, guys. Like I say, I'm still just gluing stuff down on these because I'm doing it like the JB5s. There, two more, two more. This is dark green. Let's use this green tissue paper. Yeah, the other reason I don't think that's what it's from, Janet, is because when I wipe the brushes, and I'll also use the same one for, what are they called? It's gone. It's gone. Oh, when you get the paint boogers, right? Like this big chunks of paint from the middle of your tube, you know. This is just a light green tissue paper. Just for a little difference in color in the green. Leave that as it is. I don't even know how many I've done. Okay, so this one I think it's still wet. Oh, that's because I used that watercolor. Watercolor. Tempera paint. Have to be very light because I know that the paint on this one also will lift because it's so much watercolor. Just using some pink tissue. Went to the doctor. Oh, I hope you don't have that. That's brutal. Oh, I've got my fingers crossed that it's not that, but something easy to deal with. Fingers crossed for you, Dana. Big time. Okay, so I'm going to be cleaning up this area over the next over the next month. And I find that I work very close to me, and then you guys just can't see it because it needs to be up here. Let's add some of this bits of green tissue paper to it as well because we can. Pink and green tissue paper. And then maybe the last couple pieces of that napkin. This is the last one. And then we got to decide on what stencils I'm going to pull out. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Dana, I really do have my fingers crossed for you, hon, because it's not a fun thing. Maybe one more little piece of green over here, and we can call that one done. Oh, no, I want to use those napkin bits. This one down here, this one. See, these cards are curling and everything. Hilarious. All good. It's all good. Okay, now these little napkin bits. This one. Over here. Can go over here. Oop. There we go. All right, so now everything's glued down. And now I have to stencil. So I'm just going to go rinse this brush. I'll be back in 2 shakes of a puppy dog's tail, as my mom would say. Or maybe a little longer than that. So I also just wanted to get rid of some of the paint on my fingers because why? Oh, look, I didn't even use those tissue paper bits from that stencils. Now, I just bought those little stencils, and I was just showing you guys. So they should be right over here. Oh, right over here someplace. Oh no. Okay, so those stencils are right over here that I was thinking of. It's okay, because I have lots of other stencils that I can use. Let's grab I'll use this one because it's got the flowers, it's got the triangles, it's got these holes, these ones. That one will provide a few interesting bits. Then I have this one with a bunch of different hexagon sizes. And I got a goofy alphabet one and this one. So now, Dana, do you usually use color when you stencil or black and white? Just curious. Guess it depends on what I am stenciling on, right? Let's do this one first. And I think I would like to do the flowers on that. Random flowers. Let's get a thing to put some paint on. Oh, Dana, that's brutal. Okay. Take care, Steph. Thanks for coming. You usually use mostly white paste? Well, I've got white paste. Not sure I want to do that, though. I think I'm going more for a flat, because if I'm going to do one of my floral collages on top, then I prefer it to be flat. It just seems to work better for me. Okay, so let's use the flowers on this one. And we will use something bright and cheerful. We'll use white mixed with something. Black. And then you stamp with various colors. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just playing. We're just playing. Okay, so I've got some white. And I'm just going to do one at a time. So I should grab a stencil paintbrush. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Okay, I'll be right back. Go over here. And whoever used this brush last obviously didn't clean it very well. I'm not going to point fingers at myself because that's kind of rude. Hi, Janet, welcome. I am using old greeting cards and I am turning them into little master board kind of things with the prompts like from a JB5. So I've painted and put paper down and now I'm stenciling. So I'm not on screen. Sorry guys, I can't stand today to be closer to you. I realized that my core strength is sadly lacking from, and I found that out from standing and doing all those apples. So I need to work on my core strength so that my back isn't as goofy. So these are pretty mucky. The color underneath is kind of coming up on me. Some of them aren't as nice and white as I would like. Put it right in this corner. Right in that corner. Okay, so now I've got stencils done. You know what? I think I need another one over here. Right there. So they're kind of gray flowers. It's fine because I still have to come back with stamps and then doodling. So I like that. Okay, we've got this green one. I will trim all this stuff off the edges after. How about for this green one, if I do, let's see, do this thing over the whole thing in white. Because that's kind of wild and fun. That's what I'm doing. I should probably bring that plastic mat back. It's really mucky because that's what and it's not flat. You saw the Dalmatians again today? Nice. Chicken and noodles for dinner? Awesome. I pulled chicken out yesterday and didn't use it, like some of the smoked chicken. And I don't know what I want to cook with it though. Normally I just use it and make chicken salad. But I'm out of bread and so that's not going to work for me today. I guess I could do wraps. Got some fresh cucumber from the garden. So that could be nice. I also made some tzatziki sauce because I have so many cucumbers. It's like, what am I going to do with all these cucumbers? Not enough to pickle. Isn't that annoying? Get lovely cucumbers from the garden. Not enough to pickle. Not enough to relish. Too much just to eat. I threw some in the dehydrator and I made some cucumber chips with, salt and vinegar. Dried them up and they were nice and crunchy and worked out really lovely. I was pretty happy with those. But then, that snack and it gets eaten up right away. You don't get any to save, really. This is really a wonky thing here. Apple chutney, lovely. Oh, Teresa, I bet I would I have a really hard time cooking for two. That's why I end up doing drive-by soupings and my favorite freezer's always got stuff in it because I don't know how to cook small. I try. It just doesn't work. Because I can't follow a recipe. I keep thinking, oh, that'll go good in there. That'll go good in there. And by the time I finished following the recipe, it looks nothing like the recipe is supposed to be, which is fine. Just, the way I cook. All right. So I use this stencil. Oh, got a couple of mucky spots, but that's okay. Again, this is still a background. Oh, my hubby always eats leftovers. Not a problem. Not a problem. I am very fortunate that he eats leftovers. Okay, where am I putting the ones that I've stenciled already? I'll put that there. This one's really wet still. Then, what do you, you're dry. What do I want to put on this one? Oh, this has a little bit of a lift. Let's add just a smidge of glue under that. But we're going to use my regular glue if I find it. Maybe I won't add glue under that. We're just going to ignore it and hope it goes away. Yeah, I'm very, very fortunate that he eats leftovers. It's great. It really is. What do I want to use for this? How about these hexagons? That way I can just do patches of them. Different size patches. I like that idea. See, I use this size. This is just something I cut out of cardstock. So it's one of those, um, you know, quickie stencils that you throw on the Cricut, and you know darn well that not going to last you a very, very long time, long enough to get a few uses out of. Oh, they almost look like polka dots, but you can see that they are hexagons. Let's do some of these bigger ones over here. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, yeah, I never had stuff to freeze when I had kids at home either. But I mean, I've got an instant pot, and what I will do is I will make a big pot of soup or chili or something and get the whole pot, portion it up and put it in the freezer so that, I've got, especially if I'm doing like baked beans, I make my own baked beans. So I like doing a big pot of that, and the whole thing ends up going in the freezer. Because there's just something about beans on toast. Because I grew up with that, because my mom was a British lady. I like those little hexagons. I'm going to consider that one complete for stenciling. I don't even know how many pages I've got here, guys. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's do some letters. And I'm just doing white because I put out a lot of white and I didn't bring water for cleaning my brush because I wasn't thinking. No, 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 just regular beans on toast. Like, as I say, I make my own baked beans. So they're just like beans with um, tomato sauce, bacon in it. Hey, Anne, welcome, hon. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous. I am making master boards out of greeting cards today because I got lots of greeting cards I need to use up. So I'm doing them JB5 style, started with paint, Use paper, now I'm stenciling. Just fun. Just, you know, using stuff up. Because I can and because I have to. But S is going to be, the middle wobbles a bit. It's okay. So just, a few random letters. That works. Works, it works. This one. This one's interesting. What do I want to put on that? Let's add some turquoise to that white. What do you think? Got a lot more that is turquoise background, so maybe instead of turquoise, what'll I use? Need some punchy. I'm gonna use some fluorescent pink. Oh, definitely should be mentioned, Anne. Definitely. All right, so I put some fluorescent or neon pink in with the white. So I'm going to get some sort of weird color happening. I'm going to use the hexagons again under the two big ones. So as I say, I'm not sure if these are going to be backgrounds or if I'm going to cut them up into ATCs. I'm going to make a hook out of them, treat them like postcards and do them up. Not sure. Not sure how it's going to work or what I'm going to do. But they're ready to use. That's all that matters to me. That they're ready to use. Wow, Anne. Yeah, you would think that they would say something. See, I knew that it was illegal here because my girlfriend had a stroke and she wasn't allowed to drive for quite a long time. Oh, that was way under. Oh. Well, so that one's a little bit messier, the hexagons. But I am going to be coming over and stamping anyway, right? So all's good. What are we going to put on this one? A lot of that gold is still sticking through. I think I want a different stencil. I've got these ones that I cut when we were doing stencils the other day. How about if I use this one? This one is nice. It's kind of not going to do the whole thing, just pieces of it. Oh, those are fun. Almost looks like a bunch of flowers. Yeah, be tested by a specialist. Right. No mandatory reporting to the state. I don't know. I think here you have to actually retake the driver's test to prove that you're good. This is a fun one. I like this little stencil. I'm not going to let it get too wet. Well, I'm not going to use it really much so that it gets a chance to dry. Whoop. Look, this is all up. Why are you up? You need to be down. Where is. Oh, I did that. Oh, my word. You guys don't want to know. You don't want to know. I have an ugly brush here. This napkin is lifting. I'm just going to stick it down. Stick it down. That's an ugly brush. But I like that little stencil. I think I'll just add a couple more small bits. This corner a little bit. I think I want to cut this out of a more permanent. I'll have to do it black on a piece of paper and then do it in a plastic. I really do like that little wispy stuff. Hey Beth, welcome, welcome. I am doing master boards on old greeting cards because I have a shoebox full of greeting card fronts and whatever, and I want to start having things ready that I can grab and do, you know. So I figured that I would make some master boards out of, just little master boards out of the greeting cards. And I think I'm going to use that same stencil on here with the pink. How are you doing today, Beth? Oh yes, I really love this little the wispiness of it. Nice. Nice, Beth. Not sure I will be there. I have standing thing that I do Tuesday evenings. Oh yeah. You know what? I really definitely have to do this onto a plastic or something. I really do like the way that these little wispy things are. This is one of the little stencils I cut when the Sunday group was doing stencils. This is a piece of leftover cardstock from cutting out dinosaurs from my great nephews, great great nephews. So I hand cut some stencils out of them. On that live. All right. That's going to be a fun one. Then it just needs to be stamped. I have lots more to stencil, guys. I might, oh, it's been 2 hours already. So I'm going to do one more with stencils. And then I'm going to get the stamps out and stamp them. And call these ones done, ready to rock. So this is green. I really like that pink. I've got the pink tissue paper on there, so there's hints of pink. So I'm just going to do that pink again. Maybe those pink flowers, do those flowers in pink on this? We'll see. It's a lot of pink stencil. And I'm not even really mixing my pink because, you know. The S word? What's the S word? $3:30 today? Oh no, Belinda. Brutal. Brutal. And you can't go back to sleep after? Let's do some off the side of the page. Oh, Beth, I don't miss having nights like that. They're far and few between for me. I just really don't miss having nights like that. I know what I could glue on here. Ha! See? So I'm just doing these. This is the last one I'm stenciling. And again, I'm just doing random. I'm not even really thinking. I'm looking and just filling in spots, guys. Not sure if I'm going to doodle them or not. I haven't decided that piece of it yet. Okay, that one I will consider done. I still have a lot of paint here. How about if I just take that paint and scrape it onto one of these? Because we don't want to waste that. So it's just kind of a little bit of a glowy pink. These are the card fronts that I did and I covered them in foam book. Oh, that was mucky. That's okay. We like grunge. We like grunge. That's okay. Okay, so this is done for now. No. Am I going to stamp with ink or paint? I think I'm going to stamp with paint. I think I'm going to stamp with paint. That seems to work very well. And what am I going to stamp? What should I stamp? What do you guys think I should stamp? Flowers? Swirlies? Let's just swirlies are nice. Swirlies are always nice. Swirlies are always nice. Calendar in the patient paperwork. What would Kim do with that? Okay, I've got a bunch of swirlies. We're going to do them with black paint. Now, if I knew where I put that faux gel plate, that would be a really good thing, but I do not know where it is. So, I am going to put black paint on here, rare it, use it for my stamps. Does that make sense? Polka dots? I don't know. I don't have a polka dot. Oh, I do have polka dot stamps. Well, they are. Bear with me. Okay, these guys are stenciled. Let's get everybody that's stenciled out so that I can. Oh my. I got stuff stacked everywhere. That one's stenciled. This one's stenciled. That one's stenciled. Put that up there. These are stenciled. That says polka dots. Oh look, there it is. It's here. I found it. Don't have to use that now. Where is my polka dot? I've got all these stamps that Ron made me. One of them has polka dots. This one has polka dots. Here we go. There we go. Polka dots. Perfect. All right. All right. I am so out of room. We can get rid of that. That one doesn't have stencils. I think these are the only ones I've stenciled. So I'm going to do black polka dots and black swirlies. Butterflies. I don't have, oh yeah, I do have butterfly stamps. I don't know where they are. Don't know where they are. So we're going to peel this off. It doesn't quite fit nicely. Just shy of that. We can put black paint and wear it. Yeah. So we've got polka dots, we've got the swirls. Here's the brayer. Spread that out just a little bit. And polka dots or swirls. Yeah, I don't think I've got butterfly stamps, Belinda. Butterfly stencils. Okay. Swirls, swirls, swirls. All right. Is Kim okay? Why? Why are you asking if I'm okay? Because I'm using stamps? I know that's not a normal thing for me. Let's put a piece of foam underneath this. Because it's a stamp, we have to be able to get a good print. I know. This is pretty. And of course, we've got to do one off the edge. I should put some paper down. Let's see this. I have this paper, scrap paper. Hello. You would think I had scrap paper right here. You know what? I'll just use this. Use the back of this. Just go on the edge. And just a little at the corner here. Like that. I would consider this one done. And I could chop this one up. It's ready to be chopped or used as is. Agree? You guys agree? Thanks, Anne. Thank you. I think that turned out okay. And yeah, I can come and doodle on those flowers if I want. I think it's good. There's going to be more stuff on top, right? Now, swirls or polka dots? Thanks, Sherry. Swirls or polka dots? Swirls. All right. Yeah, I have to admit, I really like these swirls. Oh, I think I slid on that one. That's okay. What do you guys think? Yes, no? Done? Yeah, that's a nice stuff. I don't know where the heck I got that, Beth. I have no idea. I think it's from this set, and I don't know where I got it from. I'm going to call this one complete. Maybe just a little bit off the edge here. Yeah. Okay, that one's done. That's two. This one, I think it's getting polka dots. I'm just going to trim this napkin off the edges. Now, I'm going to use black. And the polka dots are over here. This one's not going to be as clear. You know what? I think maybe I would like the polka dots on this one to be white. So now that I've got black on that one, I've got black, polka dots. We're going to put it on this one. Can't have too many polka dots. So like I say, these are going to be backgrounds. That would be actually gorgeous for doing one of my floor collages on. Okay, so let's get the black off this. Let's rub the black off this. Ooh, lots of black stuff. And I want white. I want white. It's going to be up here. It does kind of look like an animal print. It really does. So I'm going to put some white up here. I'm going to roll it out. Try not to get it into that black that's there because I don't want gray. Now I'm using the polka dots and I was putting it on this one. I think I probably should have stamped before I stenciled Dana. It's okay what I do on the back of this because this is the side I'm going to be using. So this is just a scrap off piece. Okay, now, I think this one will be with black, but I think I would like to use something small. I know exactly what something small I'm looking for. This one. This one. And that one I'm going to do in black. Let's get it on the thing though. Okay, and take care, hon. Rest up. Get all the rest you need. Thank you for coming. And then a couple off the edge because those look, like your pattern's flowing. Going down here. I like this one. I really like this one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple more to do. So I've got this. Now, what should I use for this? I'd almost like to do this, but with a color. What color would you use on that? Don't know. Blue? All right, I can use blue. I've got this blue. It's a neon blue, so it's translucent. I don't want translucent. I have this turquoise. Will that work? I think turquoise would work with that. Let's try to see what this turquoise looks like. Well, let's get the paint off the brayer. And I think I'm going to, definitely use those little circles for sure. It's okay if I get in the white a little bit. Oh, yeah. I think that was a good call. What do you guys think? And this one. Oh, fit. Might. I think it could be too close. It's okay. I think I got it. See here, the paint peels away, and that's the card underneath. It's a glossy card. I'm really happy with these guys. Really happy with the way these are working out today. Now we've got this lovely one. What should we put on this one? What do you think we should put on this? Look, it's got the texture from the paper towel over here. That's nice. The rest of the paper towel went nice and flat. Just that one piece. Oh no, I guess that one's okay too. Deep purple. That's a band. I don't know if I've got a deep purple. We'll find out. Okay, I need a new wiper upper. Do. Nope, not using you. This is the good thing about having all kinds of scraps beside you. All right, deep purple. Deep purple. What about deep purple? Ooh, what about? I don't think I've got a deep purple. But, no, I'm not a deep purple. This is just about empty. I don't think I'll get anything out of it. I'll put it over the black. A band. Deep purple was a band. Flowers. Stamped flowers. Ooh, that could be fun. But I've got this metallic rose. I'm thinking would be really nice with that. Let's see if this purple's going to work. I'm okay. Yeah, really not much purple. What am I doing on this as a stamp? Okay, purple's definitely gone now. What am I? That's in the garbage. Woohoo! Used something up. All right. What stamp am I using for this? That big swirl in purple? Let's try it. I could try it. I like it. Yeah, I've got a few that I need to restock. So it's purpley black because I did the purple on top of the black. That's fine. Gives it a really deep purple color. And let me just scratch paper into that. What have I got? There's a piece of scrap. There's a piece. Oh yeah. What do you think? I know that I've got the stencil down here, but do you think I should put some of that dark purple there too? Just a partial stamp? Like that. I really like that one too. I think that turned out lovely. Now I've got this one. What are we going to put on that one? What are we going to put on this? Swirly circles? As in these? In purple? Oh, swirly circles was for the previous card. Oh. You know what? I think I want to use this in purple on that. Tone down that black just a little bit. Okay, so they're pretty dark. They look like black as well. That's okay. I can get carried away if I like. That one I think looks better. Thanks, Janet. I think I got that at a dollar store. I don't even know how many years ago. Came in a set, but that's definitely a beautiful swirly stamp. Okay, so we got this one left. What are we doing with this one? What am I going to roll you off on? Let's grab one of these. That's a really nice dark purple, I can tell you. Orange, yellow ochre, orange. Don't know. Let's pull this up with. Grab a piece of. Just hanging around with its face coming out. Dots, orange. Ooh, orange dots would be interesting. Like these dots, though? I don't know. Yeah, that didn't pick up much of the paint. Orange, 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 orange. Where is my orange? Well, I have this yellow, which is cadmium yellow medium. Let's put some of that down. Little dots. Oh, what could I use for little? Let me think. Let me think. I might have an idea. And then let's add some red to that. Uh, well, that's not going on that one. That's way red. Way too red. No way. No red on green. I need more yellow. Little dots. Let me see what I got here. Don't have little dots. What about like this green stuff? I could use that as a stamp. I know it's one of my texture things, but it might just do what I need it to. Still too red, guys. Still way too red. Not on green. Not in my house. Janet says yes. Okay, I'll use that. That's a better orange. Much better orange. Now I'm just going to do little bits like this. Like that. What do you think? It's better when there's less paint on. No, needs more paint. It's not bad. I could definitely live with that. Still a little bit redder than I like. I could live with that. Because it does look orange and it's going to get covered up with something else anyway. All right. So now I've got all this paint here. How about if I take these two? I've got black with some green, and this is a blue and green. And let's use that. We'll stamp instead of stenciling. First on these, let's use that swirl stamp. Make sure it's clean. Punchinella, yeah. That is a piece of window screen or something. This one. Ooh, this is going to be, I don't know what, dramatic. I like it. Well, thanks for coming, Celia. Celia. So, I know it's pronounced with a Y. Celia. Celia. Thank you for coming. Take care. Very dramatic. That's going to cut up into lovely little ATCs or something. Awesome. Now I've got this one. I still have orange, but I don't want to use this on that. How about the little circle things? Let's do the circles on that. That needs a good wash. Okay, more paint. Need more paint on that. You know, I'm really tempted to cut a whole bunch of like 3x4 pieces out of these and do another rude book or something. One of those clumpy books. I still have a lot of paint on that. I do. I'm going to use it on that. I have lots of green left over here. Lots of green and turquoisey. I'm going to use polka dots. Going to do this, and then I am going to call it a day, guys. Thank you very much for coming and watching and your feedback and all the fun stuff. Really appreciate you guys being here, keeping me company, and I'm not going to cover the whole page with this one. I'm going to just do like this, like this, like this. Leave the two corners empty. Oh, you know what, Belinda? It's because these are on greeting cards. They're not overly heavy yet. So I could end up with belly bands. I can end up with pockets. I can end up, and it doesn't really matter today what I end up with because we're doing the odds and sods and bits and bobs on Sunday. So whatever is left is going to end up on a, you know what those things are. Those snippet strips. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. Yeah. So that was fun. So thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. We did some wonderful masterboard kind of things, and I am going to cut a bunch up to make a little book out of. Not sure what's going to be in the little book, whether it's going to be fun or rude or, you know how I operate. I never know what I'm doing until I'm doing it. There'll definitely be ATCs and 3x4s and who knows what else. Maybe a couple of belly bands. So thanks everybody here for watching. Everybody in the balcony. Thank you for feedback and input. And thanks everybody who's going to watch the replay. Hugs to each and every one of you. I will see you through the week somewhere. Take care. Hugs to you all. Bye now. I'm blurry.